All right, guys, I'm actually running a little late today. It's not my fault, but it doesn't matter. Let me explain something to y'all, guys. Kind of upset. Uh, I get a phone call this morning. JT, when can you have that Sebring convertible done? This is Sebring right here in my stall. Gave an estimate on it, I don't know, a couple of days ago. As you can see, little typical 3.5 V6, no big deal. But the car has 102,000 miles. Now, y'all know my recommendations at 100,000 miles. Due to the fact that this car is timing belt equipped, I always recommend timing belt, water pump, the pulley, not so much the hydraulic tensioner because they never fail, but the pulley because the bearing in the pulley would fail and cause everything to collapse. Okay, so I typically recommend that on any engine that has a timing belt. At 100,000 miles, I'm recommending that. All right, well, I get excited. I get a phone call saying, all right, the Sebring approved. When can you have it ready? When can you have it ready? I'm like, yes, I need that hours. I need them good hours. Okay, and then deep into the conversation, I found out it went warranty, so that knocked some of the excitement. They have some kind of service contract or extended warranty that would cover, get this, the water pump. All right, so y'all know where this is going, right? In fact, let's go to the parts that I got sitting over here waiting on moi. All right, so now the phone call got deeper, interesting, and more interesting. Find out the warranty company gonna only cover the water pump. All right, mind you, I didn't write the water pump up because it's leaking or it's failed. I wrote it up for maintenance purposes because the timing belt rides on the water pump. So while I'm in there, you might as well get a water pump. Well, at the end of the day, guys, the warranty company's paying for the water pump and the coolant. I have coolant right here. What is this? I think I wrote up a pulley. I sure hope this is the pulley. The warranty company paying for this, but they will not, however, pay for a belt. Yes, it's the pulley. All right, so now, with that being said, one would think you would call the customer and convince them to just typically buy the belt. There's no additional labor, right? I'm already getting the labor that it would take to replace this. In fact, it's overlapping if you try to charge extra for a timing belt, because the timing belt have to come off anyway to get to this, right? All right, follow me here. So guess what, guys? They called the customer. The customer refused to buy the water pump. Oh my goodness. Do you know how reckless that is, guys? Do you know what I'm about to do or what I'm being told and made to do? Yes, technically my job. I'm technically being made to do my job and cancel out my feelings and any kind of personal issues I have with the situation. I am to go inside this engine and replace this water pump and reuse the same worn out timing belt that's on it right now. Okay? JT, shut up and do what you're supposed to do. Okay, but my thing is to the customer, so I'll direct this video to consumers. Listen, guys, if somebody's in your engine to replace a water pump and your timing belt rides on that same said water pump and your water pump turn out to be warranty, yes, clap your hands. Okay, that's exciting. You do not have to pay for that. You do not have to pay for all this labor. But however, please use common sense judgment. All right, go ahead and pay for the timing belt. Yes, you can avoid, the timing belt is going to inevitably break. It has 100,000 miles of wear on it right now. All right, think about that. So you have a chance to avoid all this labor, because to do that timing belt, once it breaks, number one, you take a risk of damaging the engine. So you don't need that. Number two, you got to pay for all this labor that was just done free. What is the timing belt? 80 bucks, 100 bucks? Depends on where you're at. Let's say a good even 60, let's say 70 bucks. All right. Are you telling me you're that angry and upset that they didn't cover your belt to where you don't want one at all? Suck it up, peoples. Okay, let's use common sense. All right. Go ahead. If you don't have 70 bucks, find 70 bucks. This is a gold mine you sitting on as far as avoiding having to pay something in the future. Again, you don't know if that timing belt ever break. I don't know if this is an interference engine. It doesn't matter. You still stand a chance of the valves hitting the valves if the belt break. So cancel out all that and get the establishment a timing belt. They literally tried to sell the timing belt to the customer. Ma'am, All you got, they came and asked me first, how much labor is to do timing belt? I'm going, none. I have to take it off anyway to do the water pump. You don't have to pay me nothing extra. Just get her to buy the part. They called up, tried to convince her, tried to explain to her. She said no. If that's not the craziest thing I ever heard of in my life. Well, that's where we at, guys. Consumer, if you're listening, customers, if you're listening, if you ever faced with this scenario, please, please do yourself a favor. Go ahead and get the timing belt. If it's a finance issue, go get a loan. Borrow $70 from somebody. Let the shop do your timing belt. All right. So that's where we at with this, guys. I didn't mean to go off on a weird rant, but I have seen that before. I just don't understand how people's reactions to that. All right, here we are. Enough of that. I'm about to do a water pump. Only. All right, now I will not film this, guys. In fact, let me tell y'all something. My buddy Uncle Mark's DIY channel, he have a minivan with a 4-liter engine in it. I want to say basically the same as a 3.5. 3.5's big brother. All right, same situation. If you want to watch a DIY, purely DIY, do it yourself video replacing the water pump and or the timing belt, watch that video. In fact, I'm gonna card it right here. All right, so I'm not gonna film this job because I'm not a good filmer. I'm not a good DIY doer. Okay, yes, that it becomes irritating. Okay, you know, I have to. Yes, I'm not gonna knock it. I just not good at it, so I won't try to do it. In fact, this is fairly easy. So, in fact, I'm in a hurry, so actually I don't have time to. Could you imagine they rushing me on a job that I don't feel comfortable doing from the aspect of parts? So now I'm pissed. I'm finna rush and get it done, and the whole time putting that old belt on, I have a grudge in I have an ill feeling toward the customer, not because she, yes, because she will not do it. She's acting like she's getting over on us. I'll show them. I ain't gonna do it. That'll learn them. That'll learn them well to try to get on. Lady, it's not us. It's your insurance company. They said the belt's not covered. Okay. In fact, I didn't even write up a freaking water pump for leaking. I wrote it up as maintenance. So you actually getting over. You're winning in this. Mrs. Customer, please understand what's happening. All right? You got over. Your water pump is not leaking. I wrote it up because that's a good time frame, a good mile area, sensitive area for the timing belt and the water pump. I'm not a big fan of doing a water timing belt without the water pump, or vice versa. Okay, so all right, enough of that. I may have talked too much. I may have incriminated myself, and we don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is shut up and do my job. All right, guys, that's all I have. Thanks for watching. Woo.